Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. I never did a November favorites this month. My New Year's resolution was to do a favorites video every month, and I accidentally skipped October, and then I hadn't done one for November, but most of the things on my November list were beauty related, just like different makeup that I've been trying lately. So I thought I would just do a little get ready with me and do my makeup with some of those products. A lot of them are drugstore. Not everything, but quite a bit of it. We just are leaving the hair in its natural state today, so there's that. And while I do the beginning stages that take a little longer, like doing my foundation and stuff, I was just looking at the Teachers Connect website and looking at some of the questions that people have put up lately. It's just a site where you can either like give advice or ask questions. So actually, what are they called again? You can either, create a post where you kind of like, offer some teaching suggestions or ideas, or you can ask a question and just like crowdsource ideas from a bunch of teachers. So it's kind of fun to check in on there and just see what people are doing. Okay, so let me get started with a couple of things. I've been really loving this, I guess it's a primer. It's not really a primer, but I'm using it as a primer. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion. Mine's in the shade 902 Light. I've had oily skin my whole life and always tried to cover it up, but right now, like, dewy skin is in, so I'm taking full advantage of that. This is just a really pretty base, or you can use it, oh, hey there, as like a highlight. But I just use it all over. Some people like mix it in with their foundation too. And then I've been trying this foundation. This is the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. It is drugstore, but it's not cheap. It's like 20 bucks for this thing. I think I have the shade MW2. I think that's medium warm too. And it kind of has like a funny applicator. You just like stripe it onto your face. I'm still not sure how I feel about this. Like, I think I like it. Like the application process, it's a little weird. I don't have any others that are like this, but I really like the finish of it. It's not too high coverage. I've been trying to get away from that like really high coverage matte look. I like more of a kind of a natural glowy finish. So I just, do that. It starts off looking real weird, and then I just tap it in with my beauty blender. So while I'm doing this lovely step, let's see. Oh, this is a good question. Do any of you have a Help Me I'm Stuck resource center or resource corner in your classroom? This would be a place where you keep resources or guides for students to help them accomplish tasks independently. Sentence starters, reading strategies, problem solving strategies. That's a really good idea. I don't think that I do have anything like that. But after I give certain assignments, I realize that I need something like that. So my history students had answered some questions based on some documents, and as I was grading them, like I realized that I wasn't giving very good grades on these because they really didn't do like what I had asked, but then I was realizing like I didn't ask for it clearly enough. So when students are answering questions, especially like in history class or even in my English classes, I don't like them to start their answer with a pronoun. The question that they were answering was something about like the Assyrian siege of Jerusalem and Sennacherib's prism and his army and stuff. And so like those are very specific things. So I don't like when they start with they did this, or like he did not write a accurate document or whatever. Like I want them to start with a proper noun. So I was realizing that my directions weren't very clear. So I just made like a little poster on Lucid Press, just using my Maybelline concealer. So I made it on Lucid Press, and then I thought about making copies and handing it out to everybody, but I was like, I could just put this on Google Classroom so that they can access it at any time. And then whenever we do questions like that again, which will probably be like this week, then I can just have them refer back to that or like push it out to them again or something. So if you use something like Google Classroom with a little bit older students, then you can just keep all of your resources there. I started making another resource for my 8th graders on citing like websites in their papers, and I don't know if I finished it. I can't remember if I did, but actually that reminds me, I'm gonna go back to it and look at it and push it out to them again, and then I'll put it on TPT or Instagram or something if you want to see it. Okay, another favorite for this month is the Glossier Router. This stuff is so good. I always have to use powder, like even if I'm not going for a very matte finish, but I just have to like set my makeup because my skin is so oily. But I love this stuff. I heard so many good things about it, like on YouTube and stuff, and then my friend Alyssa basically like made me go to the Glossier store, and I'm so glad. She made me get this. She made me get the solution. Oh, that's another favorite for the month, is the Glossier solution. It's for like acne prone skin. You just use it like on a cotton pad after you wash your face, and it's really good. Okay, so those are the basics. This is one of my favorite brow products. This is the Pixie Natural Brow Duo. So this is again a drugstore product, but I find it at Target. It's not a very cheap drugstore product, but it is at the same store where I buy diapers, so that's really nice. This is another kind of tedious process, so let's get another question here. Oh my gosh, I've been subpoenaed in a custody case. Has anyone had any experience with this, and what should I expect? I have not. Gosh, that's just a reminder though, isn't it, of like how serious our jobs are and some of the like really big issues that we can get dragged into or we have to become a part of. I mean, it's all for protecting our students. That would be really stressful. I hope that doesn't happen to me, to be honest. Has that happened to any of you? My like actual individual eyebrow hairs get so long. So I have to tame them with this other side. I like this little, ooh, see that guy right there? This little wand. This helps. Ooh, someone also posted, I'm currently in the process of piecing together ideas for the integration of drama class concepts into the general education classroom, such as skits being used as a type of informal assessment. Is there anyone who has had experience with this or has any tips about what resources I can use? Since I teach middle school, I always find that skits are a great way to get students involved and like show their knowledge. I'm gonna use my Hoola Benefit Bronzer. Love this stuff. I have 6th graders and 8th graders, and the skits work better with 6th graders, to be honest. Like they usually get pretty into it and they're pretty excited about it. 8th graders try to be too cool for everything, so they're not as into it usually. This is looking a little harsh, but don't worry, we're gonna fix it in a second. And I like that this person is being so like thorough, but honestly, you don't have to be, I don't know, super prepared for that kind of a thing. Maybe super prepared is not the right word, but like I just come up with a checklist of things that they have to have in their script. We did skits about like ancient Mesopotamian empires, and they had to have like, you know, like obviously like the empire name in there, and like something about their geography, their religion, their culture, their leaders, their government. I think everybody had to have at least 3 lines in the play. So you just give them like a checklist, and then I gave them like a day or 2 to write. Well, it was like 2 days, yeah, to write their skits, and then they could work on props. So you do have to allow enough time for it, but they always end up being really good. I love doing skits in class. I'm using this Milani powdered blush. Milani is another drugstore brand that has really good blushes. For some reason, I think I'm allergic to their lip products. One time I won an Instagram giveaway of a bunch of their lipsticks, and all of them made my lips like react. I was so bummed because I had all of these really pretty lipsticks and I couldn't use any of them. But I love their blushes. I like that. Okay, and then, oh my gosh, you guys, I've had this same highlighter for like years. I should maybe just get another one because it's been so long, but this is the Balm Mary Luminizer highlighter. I think I got it at Kohl's. I'd always heard about it on YouTube. I just do a little bit right here. A little bit right here. Add a little bit right there. And then this is the thing I've been doing lately, is just going over all of that with my beauty blender again. And I feel like this helps like not have any like harsh lines where it was like, here was my bronzer and here was my highlight and here was my blush. Like it all kind of fits together better. Okay, which eye makeup do I want to do today? I'll show you one of my favorite eyeshadow looks. It's with this palette. I don't know if this is still available. It looks so dirty. So I got it quite a while ago, but I just bought it for the packaging because I thought this was so pretty. It's by Bare Minerals. To be honest, I only like 2 shades in here. There are 8, but it's worth it for the 2. I've almost used up this kind of bronzy shimmery shade. I just love it. It's so easy to use and so easy to work with, and like you really can't mess it up. Like I just used this as my one eyeshadow. Isn't that such a pretty color? I'm just like obsessed with it. It's my favorite. I hope that this palette is still available because I just want to buy it again for that one shade. I just saw another question from my friend Latanya. It says, how are you guys planning to recognize holidays in your classroom? What efforts do you make to include exposure to different cultures? I don't know how you elementary teachers do it. Ugh, where is, there it is. I have a very specific brush I'm looking for. I'm obsessed with this brush because this is from the Mariah Carey MAC collection, and I won it in a giveaway from Patricia Bright, so those are like two of my favorite people. And this is really good for, this is the only other color I like in this palette, this like dark purple shade. So I just use this and just kind of like stamp it along my lower lash line like that. So anyway, you elementary teachers, I seriously don't know how you do that. Holidays like look really fun, but also like so stressful because yeah, like how are you supposed to handle things like that? So for my class, I teach history, and we are studying, I'm kind of combining the ancient Hebrews with ancient Egypt. And so I like doing that. I like studying two different groups of people at once, just to show that like, just because one person was in charge doesn't mean there weren't other groups of people. So that's been kind of cool. And then we're studying the ancient Hebrews during Hanukkah. So just as a way to learn about Jewish culture, we are learning about Hanukkah, we're learning about other Jewish traditions, and we are doing like a Hanukkah party where actually we asked for some parent volunteers, we got a couple, and we are going to make potato pancakes. We're gonna make the latkes, and we're gonna play dreidel. So this will just be a couple days before we leave for winter break, so we'll be celebrating Hanukkah, even though I don't think any of my students are Jewish, but it's just a way to learn about Hebrews and Judaism, and it connects to our content. Hi. What do you need? I'm almost done, Jensen. I'm so close. Whew. Okay, we're back. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so with my 8th grade English classes, nothing that we're doing really relates to a holiday. We really don't have time to celebrate anything. We're doing so much cool stuff that we don't have time for that. I'm about to use 3 mascaras because that's what I do here. The L'Oreal Voluminous Primer, the Benefit Bad Gal Lash, and then the Waterproof Voluminous Mascara on top. So all 3 here. The only thing is that ASB decided to do a holiday door decorating contest, which at first, to be honest, I was like, I don't have any more time for anything like this. But then I found a way to incorporate it into my curriculum. So I was like, all right, if we're doing anything Christmassy, it's going to include Mariah Carey. So the theme of our door is All I Want for Christmas Is You. I made like the letters of All I Want for Christmas Is, and I printed out Mariah Carey's face. And then all of my 8th graders right now are reading, Jensen, don't mess up Dad's stuff. They're reading these books about girls during the Industrial Revolution. Primers on, like working in factories and stuff. So I printed out, I just found like a PDF online for free, just these little snow globes. And so I had them draw a little picture of that character and then write inside the snow globe what that character would want for Christmas. So like my example was Yetta from Uprising. And so it actually says on mine, Yetta doesn't celebrate Christmas, but if she did, she would want for the factories to recognize the union and give them a closed shop. So, you know, lots of holiday spirit happening in my class. Last year we did do like a Secret Santa thing just because it worked out and it was fun and we had the time, but we don't have the time this year, I don't think. I might be able to work it into my 6th grade history classes. I guess I could ask them, but I think a lot of them are already doing it in their English class. So we'll see. I don't know if they really want to. Although I do really like doing the Hanukkah thing because it's part of our curriculum and I think it's a really cool way to connect that. And then this year, I'm gonna align our study of ancient India with the Holi festival, waterproof top coat. and we're gonna get like the colored powder and stuff and have another celebration. Also, a lot of the kids at my school are Chinese, and I want to align Chinese New Year with, you know, studying ancient China, and maybe ask some families to get involved with helping me plan a few things. Last year, kids just like of their own accord brought me like decorations, and there are like certain ways that you're supposed to put the decorations up. Like some of them go upside down on purpose and stuff like that. And a couple kids like brought food and things. So I do like to incorporate holidays, but I just want it to have some kind of like educational purpose. And on the day that we do it, we make it really, really fun. But I don't know, just like holidays for the sake of holidays. I don't really do that. And it's gotta fit somehow in my curriculum or be Mariah Carey related. I did make a Teachers Pay Teachers resource of my my Jewish traditions like web quest thing that we do. So we're gonna do that on Monday, the last day of Hanukkah. This is the lip product that I wanted to use. This is my favorite right now. It's the ColourPop Lippy Sticks. And this is Lumiere by Kathleen Lights. It's another YouTube purchase. I really love the formula of these. I need to get some more. I think they carry ColourPop at Ulta now. There we go. Doesn't that like change everything? Like, it just brings your whole face to life. This and the coffee, I'm good to go. Okay, I think we're done here and I can pay attention to my child now. All right guys, thanks for getting ready with me today. I'll try to link all of these makeup products down below. I love when I just like find something that works and then I just stick with it for months on end until it doesn't work anymore or until I run out. So these are my current favorites. I hope you're all having a great holiday season so far. I've kind of made it sound like I don't care about holidays. I do celebrate holidays on my own and like with my own family. I just don't feel like a huge need to spend a ton of class time on that. But I do love this season. I do love Christmas. Actually, that's another thing we need to do today. I need to put up our little tree and put up some decorations because Jensen loves Christmas. So I think I will go do that. So have a great day, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.